Building a website on Wix with Jen. Woohoo! Our final
special guest.
And special guest Anthony is here.
Yeah. The blog expert.
Yes, absolutely. Which means I'll get to shut off my brain at some point for this, which is exciting. Okay, so today it's our final day of Wix building. We're going to get right into it, get started. For those of you who are just tuning in, we're building a website. There are 9 previous videos if you want to start from day 1. And this is the last video, so you probably don't want to start on this one unless you specifically are looking.
Unless you want to see what the end product is supposed to look like, and then you go backwards. Here and you want to learn how to disassemble a website.
So Jen has questions for us as always, and then we're just here to answer them. And we are looking at the chat. Hi, Lisa. So go ahead, and I am going to let Jen ask away.
Okay, so you can see that I'm in the services here, and I click edit, and let's see here. So the problem is that, I don't know, maybe we need to see it on the website so you can see the problem before we're in the back end.
Well, the problem is that, tell me the problem.
Tell and show the problem for the viewers.
Okay. Well, then let's do this. Let's just go to edit site. And it's opening a new window. So do I need to reshare?
Yeah, because you can just share your whole Chrome. So that way you don't have to keep.
Make sure you delete any.
It's us.
Websites.
Yeah, close out all of the inappropriate websites before.
I don't have anything inappropriate.
Share your whole Chrome window.
But if I share, Chrome tab, I'll share Chrome tab.
I think that if you had inappropriate sites, you wouldn't have admitted to it now anyways. So I don't know if we believe you.
But wait, it's asking me to choose. It won't let me show the whole thing.
You
can share screen 1, so your entire instead of Chrome.
She doesn't want to share the screen though, because so your options are Chrome tab, window, or entire screen. Choose window.
Yeah, you want to go to window and then
choose the window, the Chrome. Choose the Chrome. There it is. Yeah, you got it. Okay.
We see ourselves.
Okay. So here's the problem. When you go to the services page. And you come down here, and when you click read more, it's not going to let me do it because we're not. Hang on.
Go to preview. It says preview next to publish on the top right.
Oh, okay, I see. So if you click read more here, you get the description, and then you get a wrong email.
I know.
I don't know.
I know how to fix it.
Okay.
Because you tried to fix it in the service and that didn't work, right?
Yeah.
So go back to your Wix page. The back end.
While we're here, though, I feel like I should show you
the other thing that you have a issue.
The other thing is when you click. You know what? I don't know where it went. It says our services somewhere though.
Yeah, we'll fix that too. Don't worry.
Okay. All right. So go into the back end.
Where does it say our services?
Here.
Yeah.
Go to on the left side, scroll all the way down in that column there. And then go to settings. Go to business info. And make sure your email is correct in that.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
There we go.
See, using Wix is easy. You just have to have 2 experts.
Yep.
With you. It's a piece of cake.
Okay. Save. Okay, fixed. Perfect.
And that'll should update on the other side now.
Yes, it should.
But you should check it.
Well, we're gonna have to close that window that she has open though. Or yeah, just check that way.
Yeah,
Whoa,
check it
what
out.
just happened here?
Okay.
Call log. Don't show the call log.
Sorry. I meant to just do that.
There you
Okay,
go.
so the other thing is if you go, let's see, did it update? Perfect, that updated. Book now. What happened to the R services thing? Hang
I
on.
guess it fixed itself.
No, there's no way it did.
Because that's a header, right? That's the same on every
Wix
single
is
page.
gaslighting you. Is what's happening. Anthony, you gotta lower your camera a little because your name is going over your face.
I have to tall myself. That's what I gotta do. I think my camera's lowered. I'm also like bending over. But Brooke, that's a header. Oh,
did you see it? Our services right there.
Easy fix.
Okay,
So one thing to notice, Jen,
that's on the book online.
Yes, exactly. So notice the URL, as I was just going to tell you that. Notice the URL, how it says it's /book online.
Yeah, okay.
So that's where we would start, is going into Wix, going into edit site, and then going to that page, that book online page. So you're going to go over to the pages.
Okay. Where's it?
Booking pages. It's under, or maybe it's that one. There we go.
There you go.
And now you should be able to change that from saying our services. To do that, you're probably going to have to go in and I think maybe customize widget. It might be that.
Text.
No, text is just.
No, it's right there.
Oh, this title.
Boom.
Yeah, but look at it. It's like grayed out. It won't let me actually edit it.
Okay.
You can't input your own.
Oh.
No, you can. Yeah, that's just like the default text.
Okay.
Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Look at that. We did that in record time.
That's great. There's no
click publish.
53 minutes now to fill.
Okay. So do we want to sync my calendar, or do we want to get the payment thing working?
What do you think is more important?
I mean, both, because I can't.
I asked what's more important, Jen. You can't have both.
Where would you like?
They are both equally important.
Where would you like to start?
Oh, okay. Good.
I guess let's sync the calendar.
Okay. That's the most important one.
Well, yeah, because if we don't sync the calendar, they can't book, or they would be booking when I'm already booked, right? We've got to make sure it's only being booked when I'm available, and it doesn't know when I'm available unless it syncs with my calendar.
I like it.
Okay. So I'll show you what I did earlier to try to do it. I went to booking services and I went in here, I think, and I did select staff. Is that what I did? No, that's not what I did. No, I did booking calendar and I did staff. Yeah, here we go. Sync personal calendar. So I sent an invite and I thought it was going to send it to either the business email or the Gmail, and it sent it to CLCI.
So what happens when you click invite? Okay.
Yeah, that should go to info@genuinelyconcerned.com.
So there might be a reason why this is happening. Go up to the top right corner where your face is, like your account. Go to your account. Now go to, that is weird though.
Is this like, Brooke, Jen owns this completely, this Wix page. This is not like a, okay.
Yeah, there's nothing, no. So it's very weird.
I'd say check the info@genuinelyconcerned.com email. See what happens.
Check and see if it went through. Maybe it was just some fluke freak thing. I like your pretty background.
Hang on here. Wait a second. I'm looking at Jen at genuinelyconcerned.com. Isn't that the same though?
It should be the same because we just did it.
Is it an alias?
It's an alias, yeah.
And there's nothing.
Should we make sure your alias is set up properly? Let's do that really quick.
Okay.
So go to admin.google.com.
These are my options.
Jen at Genuinely Concerned.
Mhm.
Yeah. Put in your password. Nobody's looking.
It shouldn't show it though.
Recording the screen.
What is your password, Jen?
It should be blacked out, right?
I know, just in case some freak accident.
That'd be me. I would be the person who would do that and be like, "This is a lesson to never share your password."
And now I have to go change.
Also,
password.
why aren't you using Bitwarden, Jen?
That's a good question.
That is a good question.
I should be using it.
For the viewers who don't know, I am the warden of the Bitwarden. And all of our employees get a free family plan with Bitwarden where they can import and use their own passwords.
Sponsored by Bitwarden.
Sponsored by Bitwarden, but not sponsored by Bitwarden.
All right. So now what?
You share your screen again so we can see what you're doing.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Chrome tab. Window. Okay. Do you see it? What's happening? It's not sharing?
Oh,
No,
that's me. It's my fault. It's my fault.
Brooke.
I got distracted. So go click on your user account, the JL. Yeah. And then let's make sure your alias is properly set up. So scroll down a bit on the left side.
Right side.
Yeah, that too. There we go. No, it's left side, and you got to go to add alternate emails. Click on the thing that says add alternate emails. Anthony,
it says no. It says in user information. That's where it usually would be. This user.
They redid they changed the admin word.
What?
Yeah. So
that's crazy.
There
we go.
You don't know. So info's right. It's there. It should be fine.
Is it spelled right?
Yep.
Yes.
Because you don't get to put in this part, so should be fine. Let's go back over to Wix then. What are the 3 dots by you? What does that 3 dots do for me? With your
Go to edit info. Oh, error.
A new invite? Oh, that's the same thing.
Yeah, so you cancel on that.
Wait. Go to that again.
There's a link in there. Here's how to sync calendars.
Send a message to your staff members' Wix inbox. This goes to the Wix inbox.
That goes to the Wix inbox. Look and see what happens when we read things.
Read things.
So I wonder. So we're going to show you right now. Also, just do me a flavor. Highlight that link and copy it from HTTPS. Control-C, and then you can click send. And then now click a little plus. The other thing that might be happening here is she might have to create another Wix account because it's not.
I would check the inbox first.
Well, there's the inbox. Nothing's up on it right there.
No, on the left side.
That's it right there. Nothing.
Oh, look at it.
And that's because I think we can fix it. It's because her Wix. We just have to
look at this.
Ah.
It's sending it to, but this is to CLCI. Why is it sending it there?
I think I know why. So go back.
Hold on. Go to the. I'd say go click.
I know why.
Okay, where do I go?
So go to Wix. The back end. Go to your face on the right side. Go to account settings. scroll down.
Why is this a Why-
It's just like, I think, a random prefix they gave you. I think it's because, but then what's weird is it's this one. Why would it do that?
Are you forwarding emails from Genuinely Concerned
no?
to your work email?
Well, this is
No.
because I thought it would be because it's genuinely concerned at gmail.com, right? You see that, genuinely concerned
Yeah.
at gmail.com. I thought it was going to be because it was danger, relax, connected to there. Confirm email. Your email is confirmed. I'm wanting you to change that email maybe, but hold on one second. Pump the brakes here.
It doesn't make sense how it even got. I've never even put the CLCI email in here. Have I?
That's why I'm a little suspicious that you have like somehow forwarded emails from your Genuinely Concerned
No.
at Gmail.
No. I've not done that.
Okay, so let's do me one favor though. Click the plus sign because we're going to get lost in the weeds here. Click
Where's
that plus sign all the way on the right to open a new tab, or press Control T. And then paste in, Control V, paste in that URL. And click enter. And now click Sync Google Calendar. And select your staff.
I'm just typing your name.
Why is it making me?
Why isn't it not populating?
I don't know. Connect your account. And now choose Jen. Which calendar do you want it to?
I actually wanted to use this one.
Okay, so click on that one. Allow.
It's syncing.
I know it just may not be. The only thing I'm worried about right now is it may not be connected to the, you're just gonna have to change the staff member possibly. Because you created a new staff member essentially.
Oh.
I think that's what happened. I could be wrong. I don't think we've
Maybe
been
it's-
open while it's syncing. You can
Yeah, I think we just click X.
and now go to booking calendar staff again, maybe.
Booking calendar staff. Oh, okay.
Okay, so now delete that one.
Oh, yeah. It made
Yeah, look at that.
Delete that one, and we're just gonna update the other one.
Delete this new one or
No.
delete this old one?
Delete the old one. Delete. Now, edit this one and put the right information in there. Add your picture in. I'm gonna have a bite of my lunch.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
All right.
Calendar synced.
Okay.
In a roundabout way, it got synced.
But now you gotta
Probably work better for everyone else.
go to booking services. Go to exploration call. And then after this, we get to do the, wait, Anthony, it's your turn after this. And now we go to staff, Jen. And now save. Boom.
Okay.
You did it.
So should we check it on the site?
Yeah. I don't know if you set up your availability yet. It might be something you have to do.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay. Except now the payment part doesn't work.
All right, Anthony, you're up.
What are the pay? Oh, the card thing you're talking about. So I'm gonna throw a link in here, and I'm gonna talk about a Square Sandbox a little bit because really helpful. Square Sandbox, if you use Square as your sort of payment processing thingamajigger. And why can I not see the chat? Post a link in here for you, Jen. Zoom chat.
Okay.
Square Developer and Square Playground by association are really good if you have an existing Square business and you want to try new things, but you don't want to mess up your
Mhm.
current existing business. You can make a Sandbox developer account and then open a Playground, and you can mess around with things safely that doesn't affect your current business. I do this all the time, but they provide you with some fake card payments. Now, here's the thing. I know yours is connected to a real Square account, so these fake cards might not work when it's connected to your real Square. They might be only a Square Playground sort of deal. Try it though, like try the Visa just to see if it works, because Square might see it and be like, "Oh, you're using one of our fake cards. Good."
Okay.
Test
But
it.
it doesn't have an expiration date.
You put in whatever expiration date you need to,
Okay.
as long as it's a future date. Yeah, that doesn't matter as far as like the payment goes for like zip code and expiration date. Or you could put yourself off camera and use your own real card and see what that does.
Okay.
Also, this is associated with like an actual item in your Square. Brooke, you're muted.
Is it associated with an actual item I've made in Square? No, it is not.
What she made?
That might cause another. It's linked to Square through exploration.
It's linked to Square Payment. She's linked to Square Payment. So let's just test this and see how it goes.
Yeah.
Let's not create problems before they exist.
Gotcha.
Any zip?
Any real zip code. It needs to be a real one, I think.
Okay.
And
then fill out the rest of the info for Janet.
Is Janet Lang your pseudonym?
Yeah. Close enough to my name where it's not really my name, but I know that it's still JL.
It's like when I use Homer J. Simpson as my alias. And make sure, oh, well, it's fine.
Place order.
Place order.
Yeah, this is what it's done every time.
Okay. I think it only works with like the Playground. So
Yeah.
you're going to need, if you want to, I don't know if you're ready for it, but you can stop the share, use your own card, because we know that's a real card. And then
it's going to charge you 20 and then go to your account.
Back to your account.
Right. Okay.
It's not money laundering, so I think you'll be okay.
Right. But doesn't Square take a percentage? Won't I actually lose money on that?
Yeah,
it'll take like 3%.
Okay.
Which is, I mean, I can't think of another way to test it.
You could change the price of this to $2, and then 3% is 3 cents for the sake of the test.
Oh, okay. That's a good idea. Okay. So let's move on, I think, to the blog.
Okie dokie, artichoke.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
So you've decided to go the blog route.
Yes.
You've decided to come crawling back to me.
I'm gonna move Anthony up for this now that.
All right. I'm gonna ask a real simple question. Why are you writing a blog, Jen? What's this blog for?
Oh, I like writing, and I want to share stories and lessons, and I want to attract people to my site.
Okay. The last one, we're getting somewhere. What does writing the blog do for you, like the business you, and what does it do for your clients or potential clients?
It builds trust. It establishes some sort of credibility.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know the answers to these questions. These are good
That's okay.
questions.
All right. So what is it? What does it do for you as a business? Like, why are you choosing to write blogs instead of like doing a YouTube video or meeting
Well,
random people in your city and talking?
because I actually want to use the blog to either take the content and turn it into a podcast or a
Mhm.
YouTube channel. So I figure the blog is just the written version of it, and then I'll have an audio version of it too.
Is the person reading the blog going to need to do anything after reading this blog? Like, what should they do next after reading this blog?
Book an exploration call with me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Is there some way to like add or like subscribe or collect their information somehow?
So I'm gonna do a freebie where they can, put their email in and get something. I am gonna do that, but they also can just subscribe on their own. I guess we could have a call to action to subscribe at the end of the blog. Yeah, that would work.
Yes, blogs. Brooke, you're muted again.
No matter what, you need a call to action, period, because we never
Okay.
want to lead people down a dead end. So,
Right. Okay.
So let's get started. Go to the blog on the left-hand side. And then this will give you like sort of the overview of like posts and tags and comments categories. We'll get to that later. There's no post yet. Let's create our first new post.
If I pop away, it's just to go throw this away really quick. I'll be back, and
that's
I'm
fine.
listening.
So, Brooke, I might need your help on the style because I've never actually edited this style of a blog post before. I've always used the default for CLCIs.
I'm right here. Woohoo!
But we'll worry about that later. That's less important. Jen, what is the title?
Let's not worry about it later. Let's do that first.
I have it all
okay.
written. It's right here.
Well, you want to worry about style first?
Yeah, let's just do this. Input the style real quick, because then it'll make your like.
I didn't. Oh yeah, because you're using the same style as your website. You've already got.
Yeah, and the formatting. You want to make sure the formatting, even whatever you do, looks right. Otherwise, Jen won't be happy. So quickly.
Yeah. So then let's
go back to blog for me really quick. Click back. Show
personal style.
Yeah, customize an editor. Anthony, now you can learn.
That's true.
For the
In
future.
case I ever need to make my own Wix blog profile.
Is it going to open to a post? It is. Give it a second. Okay. So now you can see it's roughly like we did with other widgets. So this is sort of the default of what it will look like. Just ignore what's here.
Okay.
Obviously, other than
I'm gonna step out to the restroom real quick.
Okay. So if you look on the left, it says display, design. Those are really the only two we care about. So click display. And this shows you all of the things you might want to display or not display. Reading time, publish date, writer name, and image. So we're going to set you up as a writer in the blog so that it shows you wrote it. Reading time, I love that. Post title, date of the last update. That's great. Category labels. That's great. Tags, more actions. Ratings counter, you don't know how many ratings you have yet, so I wouldn't worry too much about that. Comments counter, I might turn that off early on.
Okay.
Scroll down a bit. Views counter, again, it's something I might turn off until I've got a solid number of views.
Yeah. Okay.
And likes counter, same thing.
Okay.
So then go to design. And I think you're probably going to like the design as it is, right? Unless you want a different colored background on your blog or if you just want black and white. So this is going to let you choose different styles.
I'm gonna give my 2 cents to like the viewers. Black and white is totally fine. It makes things very easy to read.
Yeah.
And that is what people mostly give a crap about is the ease of readability.
Right.
The further you stray from that, the more problems you'll create. So if you're gonna
you really want high contrast is what.
Yeah.
So if you do have a dark background, make sure the writing's light. If you have, so just make sure there's a high contrast from text to background at a minimum, and black and white is totally fine.
Do we want to change the?
I think she needs to change anything unless she has something.
The only thing I could see is this headline being in that darker maroon pinkish color. That's
so that
it.
would be go to headings then.
No, she's gonna no. Go to yes.
No,
Yeah,
no, that was headings, text and style and color, and then,
and then
scroll down to
where it says
headings.
headings. Yeah, and then
What
change
line?
that little box that's the
Here?
change that to the color. Yeah.
Yeah, perfect.
Woo-hoo.
And you're fine with the font as well.
Yeah, font's good.
All right. So then just go to hit publish then, and then that's what it's going to be like for your posts.
And you can close out the editor now.
Like close the whole window?
Yeah, just close it. We're not going to be doing that anymore. Okay. Now we want to go to create new post.
It's like monsooning here right now.
All right. What's that title?
Lessons from a Life Coach is the name of the blog, and then it's why getting fired was good for me.
Okay, so let me break that down real quick.
Okay.
Lessons from a Life Coach, name of the blog. Like the whole entire blog is going to be called Lessons from a Life Coach.
Yes. Do you have a problem with that?
No, I'm fine. I'm wondering how like this might be better structured, but like because then you're putting Lessons from a Life Coach in front of every single post name. At that point, I wonder if there's a way to put Lessons from a Life Coach in somewhere else. But
I'm thinking about it too because for the sake of SEO and other things of that nature, I've got stuff running through my head. I like Lessons from a Life Coach. We might need to structure it so that the title is the title of the blog and the subtitle is Lessons from a Life Coach on everyone, or
Okay.
something like that. Anthony, are you with me?
I'm thinking of like making a tag
or
Lessons from a Life Coach. Yeah, go on.
or we change the title of the page from blog to Lessons from a Life
Lessons from-
Coach.
That works perfectly.
Okay.
Make that the title of like instead of blog, Lessons from a Life Coach, and then make Lessons from a Life Coach a tag and then like a keyword phrase so that it's in the blog. Because at that point, if it's a prefix that goes on every single like title of a blog post, you don't need it to be.
So you're saying instead of having the menu bar say blog, it's going to say Lessons from a Life Coach?
Yes.
Okay.
And then you'll want to use the phrase Lessons from a Life Coach in your blog. Like it needs to be somewhere in your blog as like readable text.
Mm-hmm.
And then you make it a tag, Lessons from a Life Coach. Because if you ever want to do something else that's not Lessons from a Life Coach,
Mm-hmm.
you can now put a different tag in there. So if people are searching through the tags, they can find whatever it is that you're doing. Because your Lessons from a Life Coach is good, but it's also like you're kind of pigeonholing yourself a little bit.
Yeah.
So being a little bit more flexible that way is great. So now it says Lessons from a Life Coach. Yes, Brooke?
So, devil's advocate here.
Yep.
Yeah.
You are not a life coach. At least our keywords,
That's
Yeah.
true. What are you?
life coach.
A transformational coach.
Lessons from a Trans Coach. We'll shorten it. No. Lessons from a Transformational Coach is a bit of a mouthful.
Very
Exactly. That's why I thought Lessons from a Life Coach, that kind of rolls off the tongue a little easier.
Yeah, because there's some alliteration there. Lessons from a Life Coach. It
I'm going to
sounds
say
nicer.
you're not allowed to call the blog that.
Hold on. This is where because we could spend like the rest of the time just like figuring this out. I'm gonna save us some time and I'm gonna pull up Chat GPT to figure this out.
Okay. Also, I
Um,
already noticed it's got that it's posted by Gen 17 to 11.
That's that's the
We're gonna fix that.
Okay.
that random thing we talked about in like your profile.
And we also have to set up while Anthony's doing whatever he's doing. Let's
Yeah.
quickly set up your writer profile. So go back to the Wix behind the scenes, the dashboard. So
Should I publish this or no?
I don't
Look,
think you have.
wait.
Yeah, you can look. Just
Okay.
go to the overview. The
Keyboard nudge.
Go where? Here?
to yes. But we're in there. Well, it doesn't matter. Go back out of this altogether for now. While we're here on the left side, click the writers.
Writers. Yep.
And there you go. You're in there. Just delete. I guess it's going to be there no matter what. So it doesn't matter. Because you have your Gen Long right there. And that's what you'll just change to that as the writer instead of the other one. This is Gen 177, which we can fix once you're writing the blog. So
Okay.
just making sure you're in there as a writer.
Okay.
While we're also here, we can set up some tags for you, or we'll just wait for Anthony to get done.
Okay.
doing everything.
I'm almost done. Don't worry.
The thing is even though I'm using transformational coaching as my niche,
You
I
are.
am a life coach. I mean,
Yeah, you are a life coach, so
Yeah, and people will be searching life coach as well, but that like puts you in a bucket with a lot of
yeah,
So we want to
But-
narrow it down just a bit.
it's okay though. I think you can say lessons from a life coach.
Okay, let's generate. See what we can come up with. Here are a few ideas to maintain the alliteration you enjoyed and the theme of learning from life.
It's gonna be too long. Transformational coach is too long for.
yeah.
Learning from a life lover. No.
No.
Okay. You failed me. It still needs to be transformational coaching.
I'm just looking. There are some, lessons from a life coach is a book.
Okay.
Mhm.
5
That's our-
lessons from a life coach. It's fine. I don't think it's a bad thing.
Yeah. I mean, I imagine other people say that.
Just looking, seeing what your competition is all. Okay. What are you doing, Anthony? Can you explain?
I'm being annoying right now. It's all too long. Transformational is too long of a
We're
word.
just
I
sticking,
know.
we've just gone through this whole thing. We're sticking with lessons from a life coach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We realize that it's good as is.
All right, there we go.
Okay.
All right, so let's go back to the editor, or the
Close that.
Google.
Close
Sorry,
those.
the
Close
Google
both those
document.
tabs.
Are we saving this though?
Just close them. You can publish it. It's not. Just close it. We already published, so
Oh, we did. Okay.
Yeah.
Where
Can
do
you
I
go
need
back to the Google Doc again?
my blog? This?
The blog post. Okay, so lessons from a life coach. Why getting fired was good for me. If you're teaching the lesson, like this is lessons from you, the life coach.
You
Why
want me
do
to
I
say
ke-
why getting fired could be good for you?
That's essentially the gist. Because if I'm reading this, why do I care if it was
Well,
good for you?
It may not be good for you.
No. Why would I care as the reader that it was good for Jen? Is what
Yeah.
I'm saying.
it's also very powerful to use you in
Okay.
your title. So it's a much more powerful title to say getting fired might be good for you. Than
Why?
it is-
You could. So here's some ways to keep it as well. Why getting fired was good for me. Parentheses, and it could be for you.
Ah.
Or why getting fired is good for you. Parentheses, it was for me.
Okay.
I like
The
the
reason.
secondary one for that better. Yeah.
Well, the reason why I like the why getting fired for me, why getting fired was good for me, it could be for you, is because when I'm searching stuff like this, is getting fired good for me as the reader, I'm typing me, not typing you.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
So why getting fired was good for me, parentheses, it could be for you. Me at least bridges the gap where it's like,
Yeah.
okay, now this has relevance for me.
Now, can we check the length of that? Because truthfully,
And we're getting rid of lessons from a life coach, so it looks
yeah,
longer.
headlines need to be between 8 to 12 words. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, close. It's there. I might all caps your you, possibly.
Yeah, it needs to be in title caps, but otherwise,
Yeah.
Now, as the reader, I'm like, okay, this is going to have something that is relevant for me.
Okay.
Also, okay, I'm not going to read this block. It's a 5-minute read. That's a good amount of time, which Wix translates word count into read time, which
Weird.
I don't like, but I've gotten so used to it now, I can only think in read times at this point. So 5-minute read, perfectly fine. You could go as long as 15-minute reads. It doesn't, as long as the content is good. So
should it be and it could be for you? Or do you like it just as is here?
I think it's inconsequential.
Okay.
It's a matter of preference. If you like it and it could be good for you, that's fine. I don't really have a preference either way. So, are you getting scared of getting fired? Do you spend time worrying about what would happen if you got fired? Have you ever been fired? Let's just slowly scroll down. Are there any headings?
It's a story.
Let's keep scrolling. Let's keep scrolling. Let's keep scrolling. Let's keep scrolling all the way to the bottom.
Okay.
Okay, so what I see as somebody who hasn't even read the blog, who kind of vaguely knows what it's about, is a wall of text.
Right.
You can tell a story still with headings as like you know how we do our blogs where it's like headings are the main ideas. What is this paragraph about? What are we talking about?
Right.
And
Right.
then break it up. The reason why the headings are important is the way SEO works with Google and these blogs, because, and you'll see this in the editor actually. So
I also just see so I put a couple links in there. I put a HubSpot link to a HubSpot article that's fantastic, and it goes into subheaders. It goes into structuring your body and adding multimedia and all kinds of stuff. Fantastic blog with great information on how to structure your blog and structure it for SEO. And then RFs, I also put in. It's like a title formula essentially, and it's like 7 different examples of using title formulas that help you build an awesome and successful title for your blogs. So just 2 tools I popped in the chat for folks who are watching, and that is all. Carry on.
So let me carry on. So you want to think, for like Google's sake, you want to think as the blog as an answer to a question.
Right.
Someone is querying something in Google and it's scanning the internet and then it's looking for that you're answering this question.
Okay.
So it's going to also look at headings, because it sees headings as like blocks of information and then explanation underneath it as like body text. So if I'm Google and I'm saying if getting fired is good for me, I'm going to look at the heading. There's no headings here, so there's nothing to look at. And then I look at body text that addresses that question in the heading. So somewhere, I'm not going to go with you like how many headings you should have, like maybe 1 for every main idea. And I'm not going to say paragraph. I'm going to say main idea, because each idea you cover could be multiple paragraphs. But some heading has to address the question, is firing good for me, or why firing was good for me.
Okay.
And then in the body text is that same phrase with the explanation why it's good. That could be at the end, it could be somewhere in the middle.
So like, what about this? This is like the summary of the answer to the question why getting fired was good for me.
That addresses it.
Okay.
However, it's going to be a little bit difficult for the SEO, and I'll show you exactly why. So
Okay.
copy all of the text to this, because the SEO wizard is going to show you exactly why this is the case.
Okay.
So copy that and then go to the Wix editor. And then we need to
Wait.
make a blog post.
Okay.
That's fine. I think we just have to restart this again for this process. Create new post. All right. Forget the title for now. Just paste that in there. And then go to the top and add in the title that we settled with. Yeah, that. Mm-hmm. And then delete that 5-minute read and then the subheading, because that was just a holdover from. And then just fix the formatting. Okay, good. Let's just go to settings right now, or actually SEO on the sidebar. All right, and scroll down a little bit below focus keyword because we haven't done that yet. Okay, so it's allowed to get indexed. Always have that on.
Okay.
Write meta description. We'll get to that later. And then include marker to be eligible for rich results. Great. That's like the basic stuff.
Okay.
If you wanted to publish your blog like this,
Yeah,
it would be fine, but we don't want fine. We got to have keywords, because keywords is how Google figures out that this is relevant to somebody's search.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So, and this could be a keyword phrase, but like you're choosing your keyword that is like the main keyword. So I would put why getting fired was good for me. That whole phrase is the keyword. And then save. Okay, so it's actually not too bad. There's more, items now, and it tells you the priority. Add focus title keyword tag, title tag. It's already in the title. Add focus keyword to heading 1, post title. Okay, so like it doesn't even care that you have separate headings. It's in the heading title, and that's good enough. Focus keyword to URL slug. We'll fix the URL slug. Include marker. Okay, so SEO, this is fine. We can kind of throw out what I said earlier about like the separate headings. But the reason why headings are good, because if I'm a reader now, and this is like my habits for looking at blog articles, is that I will scroll quickly through the article just to see the headings to find maybe the information that I want. Because a lot of the people, they might be interested in your story. They're also just going to be interested into why being fired is good for me, the reader. So I see that's already got a heading there. You might want to think about adding more headings just to break up the text a little bit. And there's ways to break up the text using like images as well. That's something you want to do.
Yes.
The blog will need at least one image, because when you post it, whatever widget you're using to show your blog posts, it's going to show a blank image, and we don't want that. I typically have the image I'm using as the first image. So if you scroll up, right underneath, like start a text line underneath the title, like before the first, and then go up one. Okay, so that little plus sign. And then image. And you can use other things too. I typically just use the image. You can go nuts with it. Did it pop up? Okay, there it is. So you can use your own picture.
No.
You can, and if you have it, you could use like Adobe Stock or something.
Okay.
If you want to use free things, you could use Media from Wix or not Shutterstock. You might want to scroll down. It's like Uplash or something like that. Maybe it's like a
It's Unsplash.
Unsplash, and like you probably have to add it in as like a.
But Unsplash is connected to Wix. They
Oh, it's right there.
one and the same. So yeah.
So Media from Wix and Unsplash are your free ones.
And Shutterstock, they're like $2.
You can type in Fired, yeah. No, Fired
Real
from
fire.
yeah.
Type in
Maybe like
type in Angry Boss.
yeah, that's a good one. Try up the other one because Media from Wix is like very basic
Unsplash,
stock photos.
Yeah.
Unsplash people will go a little nuts with, and you can find better ones from there.
Again, Angry Boss.
There's
Maybe
someone like handing in their
type
papers.
in Angry Boss and the word point.
Point.
We're kind of looking for like a more business man photo, possibly.
That person that's yelling into the phone.
Maybe just type. Maybe just Angry Boss.
Yeah, I was hoping I'd get somebody pointing, like you're fired.
Oh.
You can put Donald Trump on there. There you
You're fired.
go.
So this is where you kind of have to get creative or just spend money because like you can look at Shutterstock
Yeah, now look at Shutterstocks and look at
and
them.
you might have a better. Oh, dangers, man.
Danger says hello, everybody.
These cats like their airtime.
Mine do. They really do. What? I'm not paying attention.
Oh, there we go.
That's good.
Mhm.
So that's $3. But that's like what we were kind of looking for.
But then you own it forever. Give me a moment, and I will get you them because we'll just use our Adobe stock. We have a billion.
Yeah, we're gonna cheat a little bit and use Adobe Stock, but this is kind of getting into like the budgeting of like your marketing because blogs are essentially marketing. Can you afford to spend $3 per blog post, including your time spent? Because how much time did you spend writing this blog, Jen?
A few hours.
Few hours. That's like a reasonable amount of time. But you factor in the time it takes to write the blog, plus this stock image, $3. How many times are you going to be posting blogs per month?
Per month? I mean, I'd like to post once a week, but I think that's a little ambitious to start. So maybe 2 to 3 times per month.
Okay. Well, like let's just go with once a month now. That's like 4 times 3, it's $12. Could you be fine with spending $12? That's only if you use one image per blog post. I tend to use multiple images in my blog post to break up the text. So the more images you use, the more it's going to cost you, which you might either have to get creative with the free images or just say, screw it. I'm going to get like a Adobe Stock membership.
Okay.
There's also if you're really creative viewers, you could do like something with Midjourney AI and like make your own stock photos. But you're paying for Midjourney or you're doing other weird things.
Also, yeah,
it takes up more time. It's a inventive way to like really get the exact photo you want that doesn't exist anywhere else, but it takes so much more time.
Just so you know, I'm uploading some pictures quickly to this.
Yeah, I'm just filling up time right now while I'm talking.
Yeah. I got you. I mean, I don't know. We can always find you better ones later, but there's a couple placeholders for you.
Good Lord.
Well, I mean, we could spend all of we're like over the time now, but
okay.
We'll exit out of that. We'll worry about the photos later. I just wanted to touch on that.
Perfect.
So scroll down. all the way to the end. I want to see what it is, the final takeaway. Okay, most useful things.
This is not a
The-
complete sentence.
Let's see. Okay, so if you need help with these concepts, coaching could serve you well. I invite you to book an exploration call with me if you'd like to find out more about that. What's best interview for? So this is your call to action, which is a bit different from your body post. What I tend to do to make it like stand out just a little
Uh-huh.
bit
Uh-huh.
is include the line, the horizontal line. So if you go to the paragraph, if you need help with these concepts,
Okay.
and then hit the plus sign. Divider, and just leave it as is.
Wait, look where it put it.
So you
Can I just drag it? No.
Yeah,
Well,
just drag it above, or just delete the text, and then there you go. Just fix it real quick. Okay, now I know there's a separate thing going on,
okay.
because otherwise I might just
I see.
read the
I
bullet
see.
points and
Yeah.
then ignore it. Here, okay, there's some additional information I need to be aware of, which is the exploration call and the final call to action. So, ignoring like adding images and reformatting and adding headers, that would be homework for you to do. Go back to settings, or go to settings now on the left side. So that's where you'll drop your image. It'll automatically grab the first image that is in your blog
Okay.
post. So if you just
Look at
add
this.
it,
There's 3 writers. What the heck?
I have multiple writers under my own name. I think on our Wix, I just choose the one that has my actual name. Publish date and set featured post. Whatever carousel or thing you use, it'll show that as the first post. So you can just hit that set as featured post for right now. And then go to advanced.
Advanced.
Scroll up just a little bit. So the description. This is the very, very, very important thing.
Okay.
That was the final X mark on the SEO wizard. Like it said, you didn't have this. You need to find a way in 140 characters to include the keyword, why getting fired was good for me, and make it also a description of the entire blog post.
Can I just put my blog post into Chat GPT and ask it to do that for me?
You could. It has trouble making, like when you say like I want this on 140 characters,
Uh-huh.
it does not think of words that way as like characters and discrete words.
Okay.
So it might give you something that's good and short that you can like adjust accordingly. But whatever it is, it needs to describe it. It needs to use the keywords. It has to be 140 characters and plug in. We're not going to
Okay.
go through that now because that might take a little while.
Okay.
The related posts, that is just if you start to post more and like
Right.
you're posting in a series, you want to bundle those posts together.
So like a related post would be if you talked about something else professional or,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which then you're going to start thinking of like future. You want to plan posts. Start thinking of like what categories
Yeah.
these
Yeah.
posts fall
Okay.
under, because we'll go into tags and categories later on.
Okay.
So SEO will be next.
Okay.
Also, I put some pictures in there for you. I hope one of them works.
So scroll down for the SEO wizard. So make sure. Okay, so all we need to do is the meta description with focus keywords. That's what we were just talking about. So go to basics now. Why getting fired was good for me. And so the entire length of your title is the length of the URL slug.
Okay. Is that good or bad?
I tend to shorten my URL slugs. So maybe why getting fired was good for me is just fine for your slug. And then get rid of that. There you go.
Okay.
because the longer it gets, the less likely it will ever be useful to anyone.
Right.
Title tag. We can keep the title tag as is.
Okay.
Meta description, that will be the same as your 140 character description. So it's
Okay.
not going to do it for you automatically. But when you do it, just copy paste it and then put it back into here for your meta description.
Okay.
And then advanced. So this is where things get a little tricky, and I gotta actually copy paste what I use in Wix to do additional tags, because as Google's looking through the entire text, it's going to want to look for any additional tags you want to put in yourself for things. So just go click on additional tags right now. And then that's like all the meta information. Scroll down. And then add new tag. So these are additional keyword tags you can use that will be picked up when Google is reading your blog. And I am going to copy paste you the essentially what I use in our CLCI blogs. And then you can edit, the information. So I almost have it up right now.
So also there are HTML meta tag generators.
Which is essentially what I'm using. I'm using the one that was.
I think I gave it to you, right?
Yes, this one does not have that. I will fix that later. I'll go to one I know has it. Let's see. But yeah, you can use like different programs online to generate these meta tags as well.
And I'm sharing the copy in here.
Okay, cool. I found one that has keywords in it. And then I am putting that in private chat, Jen. So you're going to want to copy paste what I just put in our private chat in Restream.
It looks like code.
Yeah.
It is. It is essentially. And then paste that back into the new meta tag. So let's read that really quickly. Caret meta name equals parentheses keywords or quote keywords content equals everything after that equal sign is a keyword that I used for a blog article. You're going to want, you can like save it as is right now, but you're going to want to go back, read through your blog and find the keywords that you want that Google will pick up on.
Okay.
So if it's things like job or professional or boss or life coach or things that people will most likely search.
I also put a keyword in the thing. I put keyword research tools in the chat here that you can use for that. And I also put them in our Slack for you as well. Just so you know.
Okay. Perfect.
So those are the going to replace all our CLCI ones with those, and then just go to edit again on that so we can look at it. Towards the end, whatever will be your last keyword, just make sure the quote ends and then the caret key, backslash is there. And just separate every keyword by a comma.
The other thing you can do is use that SEO optimizer meta tag generator I put in, and you can fill out your own information in there, and then it will generate the HTML for you, and you can just copy it in there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And this is really tedious, boring work, but it will make sure people will actually be able to find what you're looking for. So you can you can go to social share next.
Share next. Oh.
Social share.
Whoa. What was it?
You have to click. Yeah, there we go.
So that will already include the image you use, and this is just what it will look like if someone were to share this. Like when we share it in Slack, this is kind of what it looks like. And then scroll down.
It's that little preview that you get when you copy and paste a URL in.
There's nothing else you really need to change unless you're posting this to Twitter, which I've never done. Twitter's on its way out. Anyways, so categories next.
Do you have any questions,
Left
Jen?
side.
No. There's so much more to it than just writing the blog.
True story.
I didn't realize how much more there was to it.
I mean, because the reason why, like, if you had, like, you know, thousands of readers off the bat already, you're like a celebrity, you probably don't need to worry about this. I mean, you do. You are going to. But you're so well known, you're already going to have a reader base.
Gotcha.
When you don't have a reader base, people need
Right.
to find you somehow. So this is
Yeah.
like the most important part.
Okay.
If you want people to read your blogs.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right, categories. Let's click on that next. So it lets readers browse your topic, or your post by topic. So categories are like a broader version of tags. A category is what will show up whenever you post it on your website, like the carousel. Of
Mhm.
like, here's my blog posts. It's going to organize it by category.
Okay.
So you might not have categories right now. You can assign things to different categories as you go. But let's create like one category for this. And we will call it the Lessons from a Life Coach.
Okay.
Because there might be other things that you blog about that aren't lessons from a life coach. Like,
right. So why would that be the menu bar item if that's the case?
because in case you ever come up with a future, like if you ever want to blog about anything else other than, because Lessons from a Life Coach, I'm guessing, is stories from your personal life.
Yeah.
If you ever want to blog about anything else other than your own personal life in the future, it might need its own category. Because what I am understanding is that Lessons from a Life Coach is reflections on your life.
Yeah.
And applying it, and hopefully the reader applies it to their future through life coaching.
Mm-hmm. But that's not all I'm going to share.
No, which is why you might need more categories. Because
so in that case, do I change Lessons from a Life Coach on the menu bar?
No, I wouldn't say so, because that's also the name of your, entire blog.
Okay.
But Lessons from a Life Coach, if I'm looking for something else that you might post about, like if you ever want to, I'm not exactly sure, like give tools, basically, like just tools about transformation.
Yeah.
You might want to flex into different categories, but just keeping this one category is fine for now.
So would I want on the menu bar the different categories that I'm writing about, or no?
You would, if you ever got to that point where your writing fulfills multiple categories.
Okay.
And just quickly, an example too, like let's say you did tools for transformation and they were landing pages where they're with tools you created. You could make that a category and have several blogs under that. Let's say
or like an announcement, like, oh, I have something new and exciting happen that I'm sharing with you, and it's an announcement blog post.
Okay.
It's not a lesson from a life coach. It's something.
Right. Or like in the press, if somebody like writes an article about you and you want to backlink to them, or recommendations. And those are all blogs where you're recommending books or research or something like that, so it just starts to help you organize things.
But won't my menu bar get huge then?
Well, here categories are very broad, which is why you use very few of them to cover large areas. We're going to go into tags now that are like more granular. So just click over to tags now.
I like tools for transformation because that's got the alliteration. I would like all the categories to maybe have that. That would be nice.
Alliteration is fun. So head over to tags now. So as it says, add tags that describe what your post is about. Readers can use them to find other posts with similar content. So tags need to be specific to your blog post, but not so specific where it only applies to this blog.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever, like the tags will be listed at the bottom as soon as you put in a tag. And for our blog, like for Certified Life Coach Institute, Jen Long is a tag. So if any reader wanted to read a Certified Life Coach Institute post that had you featured in it, like in the live video, they would click the Jen Long tag and would show them all the Jen Long
Okay.
posts. Same with like if we talk specifically about the ICF.
Right. Okay.
We talk about the ICF in a lot of blogs, but not all the blogs. So I made ICF as a tag so that when they click the ICF tag, it'll show them other blog posts that are relevant to the ICF. So it's kind of a balancing act because it's easier to do in retrospect too, because once you have like a body of blogs, you can kind of find the similarities.
Yeah, which I have a lot of stuff written.
So at that point, you got to figure out what are the similarities, and like if somebody wants to read about professional life,
okay,
because we're talking about getting fired from a job in this blog post, so you might write about professional life in the future. That could be a tag.
Okay.
But for right now, you don't need to add any tags because the tags aren't going to be linked to anything else. There's no other blog posts.
Okay.
But as soon as you start making 2 or 3 or 4 more blog posts, start thinking about those tags and then putting them back into the blog posts so that they're linked to one another. It's also another form of backlinking, which is always good. Finally, monetize. If you ever want to get more money involved in the blog posting aspect, did you click on it? So, offering reader subscriptions exclusive to your content. That's now you're starting to blog professionally. Like you're earning money from the blog and you're paywalling posts. That is like a whole nother topic in of itself.
Okay.
Because like have you ever watched like YouTubers who like are like subscribe to my Patreon?
Yeah, of course.
Content? It's essentially the same thing.
Okay.
And it deserves its own funnel and its own like marketing discussion if you want to ever monetize that.
Okay.
Something to think about if you get a lot of readers and eventually you want to monetize it. And then what's that final one at the bottom? Below monetize.
Translate.
It's always good to have it in different languages because it makes it more readable to different audiences. However, if you're only coaching people and you only speak English, you might not care about that.
Okay.
That reminds me actually of one other thing. I need you to put an image in the blog. Any image will do.
Okay.
A random image. That reminded me.
Is it in settings?
No. Put it in the blog.
Put it
body.
in. Okay.
And then image.
Any image.
Any image does not matter. Okay, now go back to SEO.
It put it in the middle of the writing.
That's fine. You'll get rid of it. I'm just doing this to illustrate something that's important. Scroll down. We have an additional thing to worry about, which is write alt text for all images, and it's medium.
What's medium?
Which means it's how important it is for your SEO, which medium is high to me. Anything that is not low is high, and also low is high. Everything should be green. But if you ever put images in your blog, you have to write alt text for it because it makes it accessible for people who are seeing impaired or not hearing impaired, just seeing impaired. Have some sort of disability. So hit the little gear icon that is hovering over the image. Caption, that's what is actually displayed underneath the image. So if it's relevant to whatever it is you're writing, you can write something witty or something.
Okay.
Alt text is important. What is it that is literally in the picture?
Okay, so a description of what it is.
Mhm. So like you can also make it relevant to like what it is you're posting, because sometimes like I'll look at, if I need like a picture of like a coach
Mm-hmm.
talking to their client, I'll type in therapists
Mm-hmm.
because that's a good way to get two people sitting next to each other. But in the alt text,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not writing two people sitting across a coffee table. I write a life coach and their client sitting and
Mm.
giving coaching at a coffee
Okay.
table. So it's still about whatever subject you're writing, but it is also a literal interpretation of what is the text, because
Okay.
blind people also need to interact with this. Other
So
people with
that I
disabilities.
need to do that for my entire site. That was one of the, I did
Yes.
all the SEO except for the alt text on pictures. I didn't know what that meant. So that's good to
Yeah.
know.
Every single picture needs alt text, no
Okay.
matter what. And then the rest, click to expand it, download. You can just leave as is. And that's pretty much it. So there's a couple things you have to do before you ever
Yeah.
even like think about posting or publishing.
Yeah.
You have
Yeah.
to consider.
Okay.
But when all that's said and done, and after you've organized it, added your pictures, added the headings, reformatted everything, and then made sure it's good SEO wise,
Uh-huh.
you just go through the checklist on the left hand side. Have I done the settings, SEO, categories, tags,
Okay.
monetize if you ever do that. And then once you do all that, you can hit publish.
Okay.
But for right now, you can hit save and it'll save it as a draft until you revisit it, and then you can publish it.
Okay.
And that, my friends, is blogging on Wix.
But hold on a second. Once I
Yeah.
hit publish, am I able to edit? Am I able to add more tags? Am I able to, I am.
Yep. You can like work on it and then save it,
Uh-huh.
and it'll save it without publishing the changes.
And once you publish it, you can change it as much as you want. And you're actually encouraged to do that. You're encouraged to
Okay.
revisit your blogs, to make them more in depth, to add more links to them, to like,
Mhm.
that's not a bad thing to do. You can get it up and you can keep
Okay.
flexing, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
for Certified Life Coach Institute, I went back to all of the old blog posts and re-input all the SEO
Mm,
stuff to make it, and to make it more SEO friendly. Like you can do
right.
that.
Okay.
It's not something that's like once it's set in stone, you are screwed if it's wrong.
Okay.
You can keep working on it. Blog posts as well, they take a long time to see results back on.
Uh-huh.
It's the same thing with like anything else marketing wise and SEO wise. It
That's
takes a
fine.
little while, but it's helped if you share it to the right places.
Right.
So you could share this to the alumni chat, since you are an alumni of CLCI. You could make an Instagram post or talk about it on YouTube, or do all
Mm-hmm.
sorts of things to get readers to get to there.
Right.
Because the more traffic you initially drive to it, the better it looks for SEO.
Okay.
And it only helps you. So
Now, this section right here, I've linked, like this links to CLCI, this links to our reviews, this links to Dan. Is that okay?
So highly regarded and top-rated life coach school. As a stylistic choice, I don't put that many links together like that.
I know, I don't like it either.
I got my life coach certification and began working for highly regarded.
Highly regarded links to the Forbes article. Top rated links to the Forbes article. Highly regarded links to our Google reviews.
I mean, I'm also biased, but I would just put Certified Life Coach Institute.
Just have it linked to Certified Life Coach Institute. Yeah.
Oh.
Like, for working for, like, get rid of the links on this. Highly regarded and top rated school, the Certified Life Coach Institute, and link to that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the great thing is, because like not all backlinks are, because what you want is backlinks ultimately. So maybe there is a way that we can link to your website from our website, and then by doing that, you have now received a backlink, which will boost your SEO.
Like, for example, on like the blog post, I link to our staff when we put our names. I could link to your website instead of to our staff profile, so that
We
now
can
we got a
like we've
backlink.
done like features on different.
Yeah,
So like once everything's running, maybe once you get your ACC, we can find a reason to link to your
backlink
website
Okay.
to support you, and then that'll automatically boost you in SEO,
Okay.
which is fantastic because we are life coaching related. We already have a bigger umbrella, so it will make you happy. Oh
Why
no,
did it-
you had a problem.
Control Z. Just hit Control Z.
Ugh.
Control Z again. And then highlight Certified Life Coach Institute, and then click the link there. It should.
I did this.
There you go.
That was weird. Okay. And then, I mean, do you think, is it right for me to link Dan here?
Yeah.
I mean, he mentored me. I'd like to link
Yeah.
to him.
I would. So this is another thing. Put Dan's name in there.
Okay.
By an esteemed coach, Daniel Lexa. And
Mhm.
instead of linking coach, link Daniel Lexa to his website. Because there's no point in trying to hide that information. You're only hurting yourself by doing
Right. Right.
that.
Okay.
And then link to Dan's website from Daniel Lexa. Daniel Lexa PCC, by the way.
AC,
Okay.
MCC.
MCC. Yeah, you're right. MCC. Other than that, did you have any questions as far as blogs go?
Oh, I have a lot of questions, but we don't have time for them.
Yeah. There's a lot more to blogging than people realize.
Yeah.
The thing to
And-
consider too is you can now take this blog once it's posted and you can make a Instagram post out of it.
Yeah.
You can utilize, make some kind of something that, and then you can add that to your stories on Instagram. You can have a little excerpt. You can, and then have it linked back to here, so you can start to market it in a number of different ways, which is really exciting stuff, right?
And if you want to be God tiered, and you're at a certain point at success where it's like, I don't feel like writing these blogs anymore. Hire somebody to write the blogs for you. You can just provide them with the format and here's what I want written.
They'll use ChatGPT to write your blog for you.
Yeah, they'll use ChatGPT.
I know, but I like writing because it's therapeutic and I learn stuff when I write. So to me, that would not help me. I like writing.
It's more so to the viewers watching this. If that is not the case, because I personally, as a writer, do not find writing therapeutic. I hate it. It's something I wrestle with, and if that's not something you want to do, you can hire somebody to do it who also knows what they're doing as far as SEO wise, and that will save you time, but not save you money. It'll cost you quite a bit if the writer knows what they're doing. But if you like writing, Wix provides you all the tools you need to get started and be successful with the SEO as well, because that's one of the parts that pretty much everybody fails at.
Why is it making these links my color, but it's not this one? Do I need to redo that?
I think you copy pasted that from Google. No, no. Hit Control Z. Control Z again. Yeah, there you go. Okay, highlight that. And then just change the color up above in the tools. It's like the A. There you go. Yeah, there's lots of stuff you can do with the formatting in Wix, as well as you can add a bunch. Click the add button too on the left hand side. No, that works fine. Yeah, if you scroll, you can look at all that stuff that you could put in there.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to play with this. Ooh, I can put a GIF in.
Yes. You can link to your SoundCloud rap account.
Wonderful people. I'm going to have to go because I have a coaching session So I'm gonna sign off. I'll leave you two to finish up here.
Okay.
Thank you so much. It's been awesome doing this with you, Jen. Bye.
Thank you.
Well, how do I end the live? What's going? I don't know.
Oh, you can't.
End this.
Never mind.
Oh, wait, we all have to leave. Yeah. We all
Just
have to leave.
So we'll just say goodbye now. This was the final building a website on Wix, day 10, adding a blog. We
Yep.
can see. There we go.
And it's getting launched next week. So
And guess what?
Check it
There's
out.
going to be a blog about this too, about how to build a website. in
Oh,
Wix.
which means we'll be able
Nice.
to link to Jen's website
There you go.
Ooh.
There's the backlink.
to the final product.
yeah. Oh my gosh. That's awesome.
Yes.
There you
So
go.
woohoo.
That's so cool.
All
Well,
right.
thank you guys.
Thank you so much. Bye.
See you guys.
Bye.
Oh wait, like, subscribe, check out Certified Life Coach Institute, please, and check out the other blogs, the other ones of these if you want to build a
Please.
website. And that is all. Okay, now we're done. Also, don't
Bye.
forget we go live. I'm just gonna keep adding things on here.
Oh,
People
yeah.
have signed off 10 times. We go live every Tuesday at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So if you want to visit and hang out with us again, make sure you check out our live and say hi to Chloe and Doreen.
Chloe.
Bye.